கஜமுகனே சரணம் உனது உபய சரணம் மூலாதாரமூர்த்தி கஜமுகனே சரணம் உனது உபய சரணம் மூலாதார மூர்த்தி அன்புடன் தும்பை அருகம் புல்லை எடுத்து அர்ச்சனை செய்தாலே போதும் அன்பர் துன்பம் துடைத்து பேரின்பம் தரும் வரதா துன்பம் துடைத்து பேரின்பம் தரும் வரதா துணை பூரி பிரணவா கார கணபதியே மூலாதார மூர்த்தி கஜமுகனே சரணம் உனது உபய சரணம் மூலாதார மூர்த்தி.
Thank you, Reshma. Dr. N. Anandi, the head of Department of Information Technology, is an inspiring personality. A true leader does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of her actions and the integrity of her intent. Your endless care, guidance, and support to the students and to your fraternity prove that you are a great leader, ma'am, and has helped our department enhance and flourish in several ways. We are really blessed to have you as our head, ma'am. I request our head of department, Dr. N. Anandi, to propose the welcome address.
Yeah, thank you, Kavya. And I welcome you, Chief Director, sir. Can your busy schedule you have joined. Thank you so much, sir. And good morning to another present here. I'm Dr. Anandi, head of Department of Information Technology. On behalf of Department of Information Technology, it's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you all. The present I thank our management for providing the opportunity to conduct the virtual international conference on computational intelligence and communication networks, ICC ICF 2022. We started the first version of this conference year level, and every year we are conducting it, and from 2015 onwards, evolved as an international one. This chief guest is Professor Dr. Chiamtani Fu, University of South Wales, Australia. Sir, I came to know that your research area is on cybersecurity and computer networking. My research specialty is also in computer networks, and we, Ishwari Engineering College, wish to establish technical collaboration and provide diversity for possibilities. Sir, you are such an eminent personality, and thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us. With thankful heart, I welcome you for the inaugural function of our conference. Our guest of honor, Dr. R. Durigal, sir, is professor from NIT, Assam. Sir, you are helping us in many ways for any technical and professional connect. Either you are in our mind as a first person. You are such an amazing person, sir, and it's our privilege to have you as our guest of the day. It's my pleasure to welcome you, sir. And we are conducting a lot of events and energetic and enthusiastic. And for this, the support provided by our management is a very important one for our enthusiasm. I welcome our Chief Director, sir. He's a person with a huge experience. He supports and encourages us representative. Thank you, sir, for your commitment and with great pleasure, I welcome our principal, sir. He is the person always motivates and encourages, supports us all our endeavors. I welcome our vice principals and supporting me in all our activities. I welcome the convener of the conference, Dr. Anand Kumar. He is also other convener and the head of the Department of CSC and he is VP admin of our college. And the co-conveners, Dr. Ananda Malama, Professor of CSC Department, Dr. Mokula, Professor of IT Department, and coordinators, Mr. Balaji, Mr. Kumaran, and Ms. Jabasila, who are worked tirelessly dedication and involvement only. This event turned as a successful one. I welcome you all for the conference. Yeah, I wish to mention my faculty who are always the backbone of success of all our events. My heartfelt thanks and with great pleasure, I welcome all my faculty. My students are always a great performance. I welcome all our students for the conference. Last and the most, dear participants, welcome you all for the conference. I thank you all for your overwhelming response. We have received more than 250 papers and we have shortlisted around 126 papers. So your contribution made our conference a very successful one. And we hope this conference would serve as a forum to promote the exchange of ideas and advancement in computational intelligence, communication and network technologies in research and development perspective. Once again, I welcome you all for the inaugural session of this conference. Thank you all for your time and sharing your valuable time. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Kavya.
Dr. M. Mohana, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, has been a support for our development and our students in academic growth. I now request Dr. M. Mohana to address the gathering and provide valuable insights about the overview of the conference.
A very good morning to one and all present here. It's my privilege to present the overview of the International E-Conference on Communication Intelligence and Communication Networks 2022, jointly organized by the Department of Information Technology and the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Ishwar Engineering College, Chennai. We received about 250 papers from the conference from the various domains, and we accepted 126 papers for presentation. Based on the papers received, we classified them and scheduled under the various domains such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, OT, embedded security, cloud, and natural language processing, etc. We have planned to conduct 10 sessions for the entire program. Out of the 10 sessions, 6 sessions will be held on the first day of the conference and the remaining 4 sessions will be on the second day. We invited eminent personalities as a session chairs for from the various institutions to evaluate the papers and to share the knowledge on the domain. I hope this conference will address the various insights of research in information technology and computer science and engineering. I request all participants to attend the entire program and get benefited out of the sessions. Thank you all and thanks for the opportunities given. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening the gathering about the conference. Dr. N. Seduraman, the Chief Director, is undoubtedly a living proof and exemplar of excellence. Sir, with your energy, enthusiasm, and focus on education and learning, our institute has achieved greater excellence. He has always enormously contributed and supported the college in every possible way. It's your sense of commitment which creates an apt platform for us to grow both mentally and spiritually. I may now request Dr. N. Seduraman to propose the presidential address.
Very good morning to everyone. Am I audible?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay. Distinguished chief guests and guests of honor, beloved principal, head of the Department of Information Technology and Computer Science, members of the faculty, HODs, and participants from in India and abroad. At the outset, I thank the organizers for having given me an opportunity to preside over this international conference on computation, intelligence, and communication skills. In Eastern Engineering College, almost all departments, they conduct various seminars, national level and international level, thereby providing opportunity to the students and faculty to exchange their views on many topics. Though we have a department called Artificial Intelligence and other department relating to computer science, this time IT and the computer science department, they have taken up a topic, computational intelligence and communication skills. These two topics are absolutely essential for students who have joined the School of Computer Science. Maybe artificial intelligence or machine learning or IT or CSE. For the information of our chief guest and guests of honor, Eastern Engineering College is celebrating this year 25th year, namely Silver Jubilee celebration. And it is a college accredited by NAC, NBA, affiliated to Anna University. Being an autonomous college, we have academic freedom to enhance the skills of students and faculty by bringing changes in the curriculum syllabus every now and then. We need not wait for the approval of the affiliating university, namely Anna University. We have in our Board of Studies and Academic Council eminent members from various fields. And in the same campus, we have SRM ISA Engineering Wing. And today I have come to Trichy campus. Probably connectivity, I don't know, may not be effective. I don't know. It's about 350 kilometers away from Chennai. Any conference will throw light on many issues, particularly current issues. I hope this conference will also do that. But my only request to the participants, any outcome, any research, if it does not have any impact on the society, if it does not solve the problems of the society, that education or that knowledge will be incomplete. We have experts, as said by Ananti, that about 200 odd papers have come, and in this conference, definitely all those papers, the merit of all those papers, the issues of all those papers will be discussed, and the recommendations of this conference should be communicated to all higher education institutions in the interest of the topic you have chosen. Many research scholars may be in need of such a kind of information which being discussed in such a kind of international conference. I wish you all success. I hope this conference will help all the faculty and students in general. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for addressing the occasion. It is indeed a privilege to have you amidst us. I deem it a great privilege and honor in introducing the chief guest for the day, Dr. Jian Kun Hu. Jian Kun Hu is a professor of cybersecurity at the School of Engineering and Information Technology, the University of New South Wales at the Australian Defence Force Academy, Australia. His major research interest is in computer networking and computer security, especially biometric security. He has been awarded 10 Australia Research Council grants. He served as a Security Symposium co-chairman for IEEE Globecom 2008 and IEEE ICC 2009. He was the program co-chairman of the 2008 International Symposium event on computer science and its applications. He is serving as an associate editor of the following journals: Journal of Security and Communication Networks, Wiley; IEEE TIFS, Senior Area Editor; KSII TIIS Area Editor; IET, OJCS, and Wiley SNP. He received a bachelor's degree in industrial automation in 1983 from Hunan University, PR, China, a PhD degree in engineering in 1993 from the Harbin Institute of Technology, PR, China, and a master's degree for research in computer science and software engineering from Monash University, Australia in 2000. In 1995, he completed his postdoctoral fellow work in the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Harbin Shipbuilding College, PR, China. He was a research fellow in the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering of the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, Ruhr University, Germany during 1995 to 1997. In Delft University of Technology, the Netherlands in 1997, and University of Melbourne, Australia, before moving to RMIT University in Australia. We once again wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Jian Kun Hu, our chief guest, to propose the inaugural address.
Thank you, Kavya, for your compliments. I didn't realize I have so many records there. So I would be grateful for the kind invitation of this conference and the Professor Rogers' invitation as well. Dear distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share our recent work, which is the cutting-edge technology in the computational intelligence federal learning. This is a survey work published last year in ACN Computing Survey. Hopefully you like it. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the this topic is about privacy preserving federal learning. This work has been published last year in the ACM computing survey. I would like to introduce these emerging technologies. It's quite relevant to this conference. This is the outline of my talk. So first, we talk about the power of deep learning. Second one, we talk about how does deep learning work, give you some background. And then we talk about the privacy-preserving federal learning, which is the emergent computational intelligence technique. So we all heard of the this buzzword, the deep learning. We need to know why this deep learning is so powerful. So basically, deep learning, deep learning is a neural network. So neural network is not new at all. But recently, so people found that deep learning, which is based on a neural network, is very powerful, and it has found many applications in many areas. So traditionally, when we perform the pattern recognition, we can do the fixed or handcrafted feature extraction. Machine learning, most of the time, is about the feature extraction. Once you got the good feature, then you tend to have better results. So it's crucial for the feature extraction. And then we come to the mainstream modern pattern recognitions, like unsupervised mid-level feature retrieval. You got the feature extractor and the mid-level features. So this happened to many machine learning methods. And then once you retrieve the features, and then we do use a classifier to classify the subjects. Could be many type of classifier. At the end of the day, classify the performance. At the end of the day, depends mainly on the features that you can extract. Now, what happened to the deep learning? So deep learning is nothing but a neural network. As I said, it's not new at all. However, the deep learning people found out recently, if you get the more layers, that's why we say deep. It has some very powerful characteristics. The reason is that with the deep layers, the deep learning, they can retrieve many level of features. You can retrieve low-level features, mid-level features, and high-level features. So you see the difference of the deep learning, that they can retrieve the hierarchical features at the same time, low, middle, and high. And traditional machine learning, they just normally retrieve the middle-level features. And then this deep learning, because of the multi-layers, it's simply because of multi-layers. That's why we call it deep. They do catch multi-level of features. That's why it's become very powerful. Okay, so we know that deep learning is very powerful, and then we know why it's powerful like that. And then that's why we got a lot of applications. Now, how does deep learning work? As I said, deep learning is just a neural network. The concept is nothing new at all. Basically, you got the input layer, which you supply the data that you want to either retrieve the feature or classify the sample. And then from this input layer, then you got the hidden layers, which is nothing but the linear, this average weight, and put them together into each node. And then you got the multi-layers. The output of this now, for instance, is a linear combination. So you can't hear me, sorry? Okay, so you got this output here, and then this output will feed into another node. So you perform these multi-layers. Of course, you got the nonlinear factors like sigma functions to get the output of the linear input becomes a nonlinear output. At the end, you got the output layer, which fuels the output of these multi-layers. And then it looks very simple, but it's quite powerful, as I said, because you got the multi-layers. Okay. Now, why do we talk about that? We talk about the privacy-preserving federal learning, and then you will see it's quite related to the deep learning. Basically, when we talk about federal learning, it's mostly related to deep learning. So we know the privacy is a critical issue everywhere. Is a buzzword in the research field. So federal learning is actually a machine learning method. So nothing else. It's a machine learning, but mostly with the deep learning in mind. So what does that mean? As we just mentioned before, the deep learning model, they need a training. And then to do this, you need a database to train this network. Now, there's some issues here in a sense. In some applications, we do not want the classifier, right, or the model to see those local data. Say, for instance, in the like a smart grid, for instance, this smart grid is very huge. It could be international level, right? And then you have multiple operators, the local operators, and then they got this local data, and this local data is sensitive to their commercial business. So they do not want the other people to know it, right? So you have these things, but at the same time, probably they want to have a neural network, right? So deep learning model to mine the characteristics of the system. So what is the solution? The solution is federal learning. What does that mean? That means, yes, we can do the local training. You got the multiple participants or players. They got their own local data. And then they don't want to reveal these characteristics of their local data to the participants in generating the whole global model. So the federal learning is emerging as a solution to do this. So basically, you do the local training, the model, over distributed data sets, meaning each operator, a participant, would train a model over their own local data sets. And then they merge together those like deep learning weights gradients. Then they form a global model. And then this global model can fit their business, right? Either the mining, the characteristics, and so on, or identify whether there's a cyber attack over the network. So this is the whole idea. So the privacy preserving means the other participants, even though they can form a global model which can be used by everyone, however, each participant cannot get access to others' local data. So this is the emergent federal learning. They provide this privacy preserving. So eventually, in essence, we train the deep learning model based on each distributed data sets, and then no one would have the access to other data sets. That's the whole idea. So, so this is the what is the federal learning training process? So step one, we do the federal learning initialization on the server side. As I said, we train the local models with the distributed data sets. However, at the end of the day, we want to get the global model, right? So which is the aggregator server here. Now, how do we train this model? So the first, the server, the global server, would initialize the weights of the global model and the hyperparameters, say the number of federal learning runs and the total number of clients which participate in this process. Okay, And then it activates the clients and broadcast the global model, initial model. It actually is the, say, for instance, deep learning weight, initial weight, and distributes calculation task to the selected clients. Then upon receiving these weights, and then each participant, they would use these weights to update their local model based on their own individual local model parameter, right? And then we go through this process. After finishing the local training, and then they will send their local information, either the weights from their own data sets or gradients to the server for the model aggregation. So the third step is that once the server receives those updates, either the gradient based on the local model from each participants, and then they merge together and then form the global model. So there's a couple of federated learning methods. One is called horizontal federated learning. What does that mean? That means horizontal. That means that data sets, they don't have the they don't have the same ID, but they share the same feature space. So basically, the horizontal, they split the data sets, the data ID, but they share the common feature space. For instance, we got the two regional banks. They have different groups. Each bank have different groups, user group, but they have similar features of business. For instance, the bank business, like the deposit, and then the and expense, transaction, and so on. So this feature space will be the same, even though they have different group users. So that fits the horizontal federated learning. Another method is called vertical federated learning, which means they share the same ID space. However, their features space are different. I mean, for instance, you can see you got the two different companies in the same city, right? So they two different companies, like the bank or the another company is the power company. They have quite a different business, so their features will be different. However, because they sit in the same city, it's likely they would have the same group of users. So that's why they share the same ID space, but with different feature space. So for that application, you probably can use the vertical, federated learning. Another one is called transfer learning, federated learning. So in that case, you don't have the they don't share any feature space or the data ID. So basically, you got this type of methods. Okay, so the key things for this conference is that we introduce federated learning, and then this is an emerging research area, a powerful research, deep learning research area, and then you probably may be interested in the open research questions. Hopefully, it will be useful. So the federated learning is just an emerging technology. Federated learning, it just provides a basic framework. Okay, so there are many open research questions. For instance, how would you provide efficient implementation? That is also crucial. As we said, the federated learning framework, they need to aggregate the local training. So each local training, they got the updates as well, iteration and all these things. And then the global, model, they need to upgrade again. So there's a lot of communication and also the iteration as well. So efficient implementation is crucial. So this is one open research questions. Another one is the privacy. You may just wonder, we say, when we talk about the federated learning, we already guarantee the privacy, isn't it? Because we train the local model with the private data sets. The other participants, they cannot have the access to others' data sets. Yes, this is a framework only. It provides some basic privacy protection. However, don't forget, you train the local model. At the end of that, you have to communicate the intermediate deep learning weights or gradients in order to form the global model. And then there are some attacks there. Based on these gradients or attacks, I can figure out or inference the local data statistics. So the current federal learning framework does not provide that strong support. It can provide some basic privacy protection of the access data, but still it is possible based on the communicated intermediate weights of deep learning model weights and the gradients, they can potentially reveal or infer some local data training data characteristics. That's possible. So these are the good research questions. So thank you. I hope it's useful for you. Is any question? My contact here. You can contact.
Kindly mute. Vignesh Kumaran, kindly mute.
If no question, I would remove.
Thank you, sir. We had great insights on federated learning. So we need some practical concepts that can provide us.
So it's talking to me. I can't hear anything.
Okay. Sir, actually, we need a practical hands-on session, sir. Can you hear me?
I really can't hear. What is your question? Sorry.
Sir, we will mail you, sir. We mail you, sir.
Oh, yes. Okay. You can email me later if you want. So sorry, I can't really hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. I wish you all the best for the conference.
Sir, just a minute, sir. We are having a photo session. After that, we can. Please wait for your minutes.
Sorry, I can't hear you. So I got to leave now. Sorry.
Sir,
Please,
sir, I request you to stay back as we are going to have a photo session right now.
For a minute, sir. Waited.
I wish you all the best for the conference.
we are starting. Dear participants, kindly.
I request all the dignitaries. I request all the dignitaries and the participants to kindly switch on the videos for the photo session.
They're all kindly new.
I take immense pleasure in welcoming the guest of honor for the day, Dr. R. Murugan. Dr. R. Murugan was born in Ramanathapuram, Tamil Nadu, India. He received the BE degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering, the ME degree in Embedded System Technologies from Anna University, the PhD degree from Information and Communication Engineering, Center for Research, Anna University. He worked as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Alim Muhammad Saleh College of Engineering for 8 years. He is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam since 2018. He is also a fellow of IETE, an active member of IEEE, and a life member of Indian Society for Technical Education in India. He is the chairman of IEEE Signal Processing Society of the joint chapter of IEEE Kolkata section and IEEE Silchar subsection. He received an Outstanding Reviewer Award from Biomedical Signal Processing and Control, Elsevier Journal, and also received the Best Paper Award from various flagship international conferences. He is the invited reviewer of many journals, which includes IEEE Transactions on Medical Imaging, IEEE Internet of Things, Journal of IEEE Access, Biomedical Signal Processing and Control, etc. He is the recipient of a Young Researcher Fellowship from DST-SERB, Government of India for the project, a nationwide study on retinal detachment in India with emphasis on the risk of the fellow eye through fundus images using deep learning. He is the recipient of NVIDIA Academic Hardware Grant Program for the project diagnosis of retinal pathologies using deep learning. He published more than 30 plus journal publications, 35 plus conference proceedings, 2 books, 11 book chapters, and 4 patents to his credit. His area of interest, which includes biomedical signal and image processing, medical imaging, retinal image analysis, computer vision, pattern recognition, machine learning, and so on. We are indeed honored to have you amidst us, sir. I request Dr. R. Murugan, the guest of honor, to propose the special address.
I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kavya, for the nice introduction. A very good morning to one and all, and the greeting of the day. It's a great honor for me to be talking with you today, the International Conference on Computational Intelligence and Communication Network, jointly organized by Department of Information Technology and Computer Science Engineering, Ishwari Engineering College, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am delighted to have the opportunity to address such the talented gathering. Respected chief guest of the today conference, Dr. Jian Kunku, the Professor, School of Engineering and Information Technology, University of South Wales, Australia. A respected principal, director, convener, and coordinator of this nice international conference. A very good morning to one and all those who are virtually gathering in this platform. This is a great day for me, and I am very happy to be sharing with you all. I belongs and representing the institution called the National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam. It is one among the 31 NIT in the country. So initially this institute is established in the year 1967 as a regional engineering college in Assam. Then later, according to the NIT Act, so it was upgraded into NIT. So this is one of the institutions, the Central Funding Institute from the Department of Education, Government of India, and this is also one of the Institute of National Importance. So as you know, being the technical institutions, it's offer many undergraduate and postgraduate and doctoral fellowship, PhD programs in the country. And the main backbone of this institution, it is offering more number of postgraduate programs in the country. And also the NIT Silchar is ranked the best in all the ranking frameworks, include QS, Time Higher Education, US Green Metric, and the National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, etc. So Professor Dr. John Ho is delivered a wonderful talk on federated learning and especially in the deep learning framework. And today I'm not going to talk about any the keynote, rather the guest of honor addressing very short. As far as this conference concerned, this conference is a combination of both computational intelligence and communication network. So the whole theme of this particular conference is covering two major research areas, which one is computational intelligence and the other one is the computational communications network. As you know very well, the computational intelligence is a theory and the design and application and the development of biologically motivated computational paradigm. So traditionally, the three main pillars of computational intelligence are neural network, fuzzy systems, and evolutionary computations. As few minutes back, the professor thought about the federated learning with the emphasis of the deep neural network, which is closely coming into the whole the neural network part of the computational intelligence. However, in time, many nature-inspired computing paradigm have evolved. So thus, the computational intelligence is evolving field, and at present, in addition to the three main constituents, it encompasses the computing paradigms like ambient intelligence, artificial life, cultural learning, artificial network, social reasoning, and artificial hormone networks. So most importantly, the computational intelligence play a major role in developing successful intelligence system, includes game, cognitive development systems, etc. So nowadays, the deep learning has become the core method of artificial intelligence. In fact, some of the most successful artificial intelligence systems are based on absolutely the computational intelligence. So in my research group at NIT Silchar, so we are closely working on many computational intelligence algorithm, which includes the deep learning, machine learning, fuzzy systems, and also the evolutionary computations, which include many meta-heuristic optimization algorithms. So recently we have been published and of course contributed much more research outcome in the area of COVID-19 diagnosis with an emphasis of the deep learning. So the second theme of this particular conference is the communication network. As you know, the communication network is a group of nodes interconnected by telecommunications links that are used to exchange message between the nodes. The links may be used variety of technologies based on the methodologies of circuit switching, message switching, or packet switching to pass the message and the signals. Say, for example, in general, the communication network include computer network, the public switched telephone network called PSTN, and etc. So mainly, the communication network consists of three major networks like vertical, chain, circuit, spoke, and star network. So the entire communication network, generally it is cover any one of these networks. So with these few remarks, so it's my pleasure to congratulate all the authors, those who are waiting to present their papers in the wonderful conference. And I also congratulate the entire team of the conference. So with this note, I request the conference organizer to increase the visibility of the conference so that your whole hard work and teamwork will reach to the outside world. I also request the organizers to publish this conference proceedings in a reputed publishers like IEEE, Elsevier, or Springer, or Wiley, etc., so that the level of the conference will reach into the greater heights. I hope the conference will be a great success. Thank you for inviting me for your wonderful occasions. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for exchanging your knowledge on computational intelligence and communication networks. It is an honor to have you, Mr. Sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, we come to the end of the event. Dr. G.S. Ananthamala, a professor of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, has shown support to the students by guiding them on the projects, internships, and the opportunities that the college provides us. I request Dr. G.S. Ananthamala to propose the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to all.
Good morning, ma'am.
Honorable dignitaries, most valued guests, participants, on behalf of CSE department and IT department, it's my pleasure in delivering the vote of thanks on this great occasion, our international conference. First, let me thank our respected chairman sir and co-chairman sir. They are our backbones in all our endeavors. Also, they are inspiring us. Also, I submit my sincere thanks to our respected Chief Director, sir, for his constant support and guidance. And we want to thank our gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Jian Kunhu, Professor, School of Engineering and Information Technology, University of New South Wales, Australia, who has spent his precious time with us and graced this occasion with his presence and his excellent presentation. We extend our sincere thanks to the guest, Dr. R. Murugan, Professor, National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam, who honored this conference with his valuable and inspirational thoughts. I thank our respected Director, Sir, Dr. Subhaya Bharati, for his active guidance in organizing this conference. And I thank our respected Principal, Sir, Dr. R.S. Kumar, for his support and motivation in organizing this conference. I would like to thank all the HODs and deans for their presence and support. I would like to thank our conveners, Dr. Ananthi Madam, HOD, IT, and Dr. Anand Kumar Sir, HOD, Computer Science and Engineering, for their vision and commitments to work and its excellent execution, which helps us to excel in all endeavors. I wholeheartedly thank all the participants for this conference. Behind every successful program lies the manifold attempts of our dedicated and committed faculty members. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the immense contribution of our dedicated faculty members for this conference. Thank you all, giving me this opportunity to thank all of you. Thank you all.
I request everyone to pay kind attention. All the participants are requested to join in the corresponding session to present the paper, and those participants who have presented the paper will be provided with certificates. Thank you everyone for joining this session and for taking time despite your busy schedules. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Respective participants, kindly join your sessions, respective sessions. Thank you, Murugan sir, for your extraordinary speech. We will follow your suggestions.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
We
you, Murugan
also
sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
proceedings.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Best wishes, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.